Hey, have you ever heard that phrase, good enough is better than perfect? Well, that has a lot to do with the project I'm going to share with you today. I held off sharing this project because I always thought that I would do more and consider it finished and perfect. But the reality is that it was good enough, and it has to do with our TV here in the motorhome. In 2003, the thing to do was to put a tube TV in the motorhome, and the bigger the motorhome, the bigger the tube TV. Yeah, when's the last time you seen one of those? I had spent a lot of my energy and effort and money into upgrading the solar and the off-grid capabilities and some cosmetic things. It wasn't until the last week before we were getting ready to head out and head south that I still had this tube TV situation going on here, and I had to do something about it. So I want to show you what I did. Now keep in mind also that this was always intended to be just a quick temporary solution for this initial trip south. Well, here's the front cap here. Right there is the outside. That's the outside fiberglass. But the good thing about this is that now I have direct access to the antennas up on the roof, and I can create an access hole here and be able to feed cables through there. With the TV in here is just impossible to do that without taking the TV out. So yeah, pretty convenient. Now, a lot of people have asked over the years, are you going to build some kind of automatic Televator thing that comes out of the countertop? And the reason they're asking that because they followed me for a while and they saw that I did that project on our Class C motorhome, and it turned out really cool. Now, it was a really big project, but we were really happy with the outcome. For this thing, like I said, I was under a crunch. I didn't have time to do anything like that. If I did, I was thinking of maybe putting it over here, contemplating where would I put such a thing. So I ended up just going with a more low-tech solution. Didn't require any motors or anything fancy like that. But if you've watched me for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of French cleats. And I came up with something that worked, I think, a little better. So this is how that new frame fit into place here. I drilled in a couple of holes here to the wood frame on either side, and a couple here in the back that had some self-tappers that went into this this metal structure. So it goes all the way across the front and in the back and on the sides. Nothing too complicated, and this is going to form the basis of this shelf. And of course we still have this big hole here, which is going to be covered by a piece of paneling here on the top and on the bottom. Nothing fancy, just something to cover the hole. good enough. Of course, I didn't want this to be a total hack job and an eyesore, so I wanted to be able to trim this out a little bit and match the trim on the existing oak cabinetry. So I picked up a piece of oak, cut it down, and created a spot here at the top to trim out the top, and also on the bottom. I had to do a little round over here to match the existing cabinetry, but it turned out okay. You know, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so it's not perfect, but you know, it's good enough. All right, let's get you right here. Now, if we look on the back of this this drawer type mechanism that we built for this TV, it's just mounted to the back of this thing. It's pretty sturdy. Now we've got this piece here that is cut at a 45-degree angle on both the top and the bottom. Now that's going to strategically grab another piece of wood up here that, or a couple, that are also cut at a 45-degree angle. Now this is kind of the basis of our French cleat setup here. So let me take it up there and I'll show you how this works. Now if we take a look back here, there's another small piece of plywood cut at a 45-degree angle in the front. And it's strategically placed, so as I slide this in, it drops in this slot and then locks it in place. So then now when we're driving, the whole TV in this drawer thing doesn't move. It kind of locks it in, and we want to take it out, it lifts it up a little bit, and then it just slides right out. And this front edge here, this is also sporting a 45-degree angle. These two edges lock like that, and very sturdy. And then to remove it, I just lift a little bit and slide it out. Pretty nifty, huh? So when we're driving, this is our stowed position. And I also left a gap up here, gives me a place to grab, and it's a good spot for our center channel speaker. And I have a security camera mounted here as well. That comes in really handy when you're traveling around Mexico and you want to keep an eye on the federales inspecting your RV. So what about when we want to watch TV? I know you're thinking that. This is pretty cool. So this has been a really cool solution to this problem of watching and storing the TV, but then so was the Televator project as well, which we did in the Class C. And you can learn more about that by watching this video here. But let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.